So, welcome to Total Body Conditioning. We're going to be working on some strength moves that also take mobility today. You need a band and your mat. I want to remind you to take everything at your own pace because we're not in the classroom together. I can't do my normal correction, so you need to be very aware of how you're feeling and kind of work with that. 30 minutes of head to toe. Not a ton of break, so your heart rate will also elevate as well. And then I just want to say Merry Christmas. This is Christmas week, and this is our last workout until Saturday, until Boxing Day. I'm lying because we do have relax tonight. Today is our last day of working out on Zoom until Saturday. Enjoy. I have nothing else really to say. So we're going to start down at the bottom of your body with your feet. You're going to pick up your heel, press against your big toe, and put that down. So alternating side to side, and just kind of wiggle. You can see I'm not really still there. I'm on purpose bothering the big joint at the back of my big toe. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And now pick your toes up, spread them out as hard as you can, and then put them back down. So 3 more times like that. Pick them up. Notice that your arches, especially as you spread your toes, contract, and put them back down. 2 more times. Pick up your toes and put them back down. And 1 more time, pick up your toes and put them back down. You're going to put one foot in front of the other. Push your knee over your second and third toe. So pushing over and forward and down, and 2 more. So really taking care of the ankle and the lower leg, and switch sides. You're going to be happy for that later today. Over, pushing in until you feel tension. Less in your muscle, more in your ankle. 2 more, and 1 more. And traveling up to our hips. Find your hinge. Squeeze your glutes and come back up. And find your hinge. Squeeze your glutes and come back up. Let's do 2 more. Long through the spine, pulling your pelvic floor up. And 1 more time. And squeeze. You're going to take one leg around, open the gate, close the gate. Use your arms as needed to help maintain balance. If you spread your toes out in that foot that's on the ground, you're going to find that your balance is more easily held. 1 more each way. And let's do the other leg. So open the gate, close the gate, or otherwise known as good morning, good night. Breathing deeply. And we have 4 and 3. And notice that as you get heated up in your hip joint there, it's a little bit easier to move. 1 more. And find your hinge again. Take your feet a little bit further apart. Hands down to your calves. Bend your knees. Straighten your legs and hinge back up. So we're not rounding. Squeeze your glutes on the way up. Bend your knees. Hips up. Squeeze and up. 2 more. Down. Bend, hips up, squeeze the glutes, come up. 1 more time, down. And 1 more thing to do for your hips. Take 1 leg back, take your hands out for balance, squeeze your glutes, and lift the leg. 8, finding length here. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let that leg swing forward and back. And notice that you have to tighten here on the side of your bum of the standing leg. 2 more, 1 more, and switch. This leg goes back. Big squeeze of the glutes, moving the leg. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and swinging. Enjoy that. And notice your shoulders warming up as well. 2 more. And rotate through the spine. So finding some rotation. Let the feet pivot as well. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stay wide, softness in the knees, hands on the shoulders, elbows in, up and around. So your spine is going to flex around your back. Extend your spine. And we have 4, and 3, and 2, and one more. Take a lateral reach and sit down in the middle. Lateral reach, sit down in the middle. 2 more, sit down in the middle. And one more thing to do before I call you warm. Hinge down, reach for your calves or your arches. Sit as low as you can, shift into your squat, and stand up 3 more times. Hinge, sit, shift, and come up. 2 more. Hinge, sit. This time as you shift, raise your hands to the top corners of the room. And one more time. Hinge, sit, shift and hold. Drop your hips. As you know, you can probably sit deeper than me. Really want you to. And hold for 4, a little deeper. 3, 2, and 1. Bring the feet in just a little bit wider than hip distance apart, and we're going to get started with a set of legs. So find your squat, nice and perky here. Go as low as you can, not going too fast, so you have time to really get those hips down. Ideally, 90 degrees at the knees and the hips or less. So that means your hips can go below your knees if it's possible for you. 4 more, and 3, and 2, and 1. We're going to take a little walk to this way, down, together, down, this way, down. So when you step out to the side, there's a temptation to shift to one leg. I want you to make sure that you've got weight equally distributed between both legs. You don't want to step out too wide. Down, a little lower, down. What tends to happen is our brain says, uh-oh, stepping out, so I better not go as low. At this point, you're going to tell your brain that's wrong, and you're going to go deeper. 8, and 7. Feel that heart rate start to accelerate. 6, and 5, and 4 more. Delicious. 3 more. So you should feel your hips, your thighs. 1 more, maybe your heart. And let's take alternating reverse lunges. How low can you go? Keep your front knee looking at your second and third toe. Keep your back heel elevated. If you're asking me how many you're doing, well, you got 14 more, so you do the math. We got 20 of these today. That's what happens when I take away my music and I'm not really constrained by the music. You get more reps. 8 more. 7, really drive that front foot into the ground. Big exhale. 4 more. So we're going to be challenging your balance. Taking this leg back each time. So down hold, come up to a knee lift. That's first. Down hold, bring the knee in front. Right there. Down hold, bring the knee in front. Down hold, hold here, touch the knee and elbow, bring it back. Down, up, cross body, center. Down, up, cross body, center. Down, squeeze the side of the stabilizing hip. Down, up, cross body. 4 more. Feel those obliques there. Up, cross body, and down. Up, cross body, and if you can touch your knee and elbow, killer. 1 more. Down, up, cross body, and tap the toe behind, palms to the ceiling, squeeze your shoulder blades over, hold your airplane for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Other leg back, down. So find your knee lift for a second. Down, one more. Find your knee lift. Adding on, down, up, cross body, and down, up, cross body, and 6 more times. Big exhale here helps really wring out those abdominals. 4 more. I don't really do crunches, but if you want to take it as such, this is a form of a crunch. Up, cross body, and one more time. Up, cross body, and tap that toe back, palms up, squeeze the shoulder blades, over and hold for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Come on down, wider stance, hips towards the ground. Shift your heels into the ground if you can. Wiggle side to side. Enjoy that. And we have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. We're going to prep for the next exercise. So coming on to one knee, shift forward into a runner's lunge, hand on the ground. Tuck your toes. Tighten your quads and lift the knee, drop down. Do it again. Tighten your quads and lift the knee. Feel the hip flexors stretching out. Let's do 4 more. And 3 more. And 2 more. And 1 more time. Hold for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hip child's pose. Come back up, put the other leg in front, find that runner's lunge. So option, of course, to just hold here. I'm going to be giving you an option as we utilize this. Squeeze your quads and lift the knee if you can, and drop the knee. Notice that one side's always tighter than the other. This is my injured hip, so this is very tight today. So I'm going to pay attention to that. And I'm going to breathe into it a little bit deeper. Let's do 2 more. And 1 more, and hold for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Find your child's pose. So here's the story. Come out to plank, shoulders on top of the wrist. Option to just hold your plank. Second option, lunge. Back to plank. Other leg, lunge. Back to plank. Let's try 4 more. Try to get that foot by your hand. Keep your hips low. 2 more. And 1 more time. And child's pose. Come on up. Grab your band. If you have a strap or a towel, all you're going to do right now is pull as hard as you can against that strap or towel, nipple height. If you've got a band, pull out halfway and slowly release. So not all the way back, halfway and slowly release. And we have 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Hold it here. Raise the hand. Even if you're on a towel or a strap, raise your arms and right back. So start at your forehead. Start pulling out if you've got that band as you get a little bit higher. If you need to give yourself a little more space in between your hands initially, you can. Start pulling out. And I want you to watch. Unless you have pain, if you've got pain, you've gone a little bit too far and you don't go any further. Otherwise, you're going to try and bring the arms all the way back and around, all the way down. The secret is to pull out and feel those muscles in between your shoulder blades working on shoulder mobility at the same time. Whew, 4 more. This is a really great postural exercise. 3 more. Again, you only go where you can go, where your arms are still long and you are pain-free. Doesn't mean you're comfortable. This is not comfortable at all. 1 more. And put your band down. Hands are wider than shoulder distance apart. Option 1, on your knees, push up. Option 2, on your knees, push up. Option 3, you can be on your knees or your toes, push up, knee, knee, push up, and knee. You have 30 seconds. Push up, and knee, knee. Push up, drive the knee to your collarbone. Push up, and knee, knee. Push up, and knee, knee. You got 10 seconds more. That's probably good for about 3 more push-ups. And knee, 2 more push-ups. And knee, 1 more push-up. And knee, knee, child's pose. Hands are shoulder distance apart, palms are on the ground. Your arms look like the number 11. Line your shoulders up over the elbows. Find your half plank, no tricks. Holding for 20, 19. Tighten your quads, tighten your glutes, pull up in that pelvic floor, push down through the arms, and we're at about 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, child's pose. Oh, so delicious. Okay, coming onto your back. You're going to place 1 foot by your bum, other hand is on either your shin or the hamstring of your other leg. Starting with your tailbone on the floor, exhale, squeeze the glutes, press your foot into the ground, and find a one-legged bridge. Lots of length at the top of the hip and lower down. So we're going to hold up, squeeze, 2, 3, and down. Squeeze, 2, 3, and down. Squeeze, 2, 3, and down. Again, 2, 3, 8 more. Squeeze, 2, 3, and down. Squeeze, 2, 3, and down. Delicious. 2, 3, and really feeling the glutes, the hamstrings, the core. Pull up in your pelvic floor. 2, 3, and down. Hold on. 2 more. Squeeze. 2. Could you do this with 2 feet on the ground? Sure. 2, 3, and down. Switch sides. Right into the other foot. Foot presses down as you squeeze your glutes and lift. 2, 3, and down. Squeeze. 2, 3. You have 10 more. Breathing as you're holding it up for those 3 counts. Really continue to tighten. And 8 more. 2, 3, and 7, 2, 3, and 6, 2, 3, and 5, 2, 3, and breathe, 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 and squeeze, 2, 3, 2 more, squeeze, 2, 3, 1 more, and release. Flip over to your side. Taking your band, hold on to your band in one hand, right here on the ground. Shoulder is right on top of that elbow. You want about shoulder distance space between the hands, rear delt fly. Stack your hips, press one hand down as the other arm comes up. If you want to, find your plank. And squeeze the shoulder blades. And we have 8, and 7, and 6. Delicious. 5. I don't know if you think it's delicious. I do. And 3 and 2. And one more time, hold it, little pulses by squeezing the shoulder blades together. Press the hand down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and down. Find your V-sit. Shoulder distance apart, hinge back, tuck your chin, and if you've got a strap or a towel, you're just gonna pull against that strap or towel as hard as you can. If you have a band, all the way back now, rear delt flies. So one arm's gonna feel more juice than the other. Load of work for your upper back today. Squeeze. And let's do 4 more. And 3. And 2. And one more time. And release. Roll your shoulders. Come to the other side. So first, starting with your knees on the ground, stack your shoulder over your elbow, press this fist down as the other hand comes up. And release. If you want to, find your plank. You can be on your knees. You can be on your toes. Squeeze and release. Really pressing your fist down. And we have 8 more. Squeeze and release. 7 and 6. Delicious. And 5 and 4. 3 and 2. One more. Hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Find your V-sit. Pulling back halfway. Raise the arms. Lower chest height. Sit back a little bit lower. Raise. Chest height. And we have 8. Hopefully by now you have a little sweat happening. 7. Hopefully you feel like you've worked through all your muscles. You're not done. You got one more thing. I believe that at least one person on Monday night said it was their favorite exercise, what's coming up. Keep pulling. 4 more. 4 and 3 and hopefully you feel your shoulders, your core, your back. 1 and put the band down. Actually, I lied. The band is optional. You can put it down if you want. Or you're going to wrap it right around your low back. Place your hands on the ground. So you may have to come a little bit more to the ends, of your band. Place your hands on the ground on top of the band. I'll try that one more time. And there. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the belly button, pressing into the ground. You're already feeling tension, just trying to hold that band and your back away from gravity. Pick your knees up and hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, beast, 2, very beastly, and 1. Release the band, find child's pose. Delicious, am I right? Tons of core work, but also tons of shoulder work there. So we're going to do that one more time. So again, somewhere around your low back, pressing into the ground on top of that band. Pop those knees up, push down, corkscrew your upper arm right into your shoulders. Stay here or find plank and hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, come back to beast. 8, 7, take a break if you need. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, child's pose. Delicious. It's time to recover. You can believe it. So we're going to walk our hands corner to corner. And switch. I find whenever I use the band or the towel or strap, whatever kinks I started out with are generally gone by the end of my workout. So hopefully you feel that way too. And switch one more time. Take your hips up and let's thread the needle. So coming to the back of your shoulder, rolling back towards the back of your shoulder. Deep breath in, big exhale, and switch. So good. Sit back into child's pose. Put your elbows right beside your knee and find mad cat. So exhale, round your back, tuck your tailbone. Really bring your chin toward your belly button. Bring your pelvis under as well. Deep breath in, big exhale, and find mad cat. Tailbone up, chest out. Come to your knees. Take one leg to the corner, shifting the knee toward the second and third toe. So if you see, my shin is actually on an angle now, and then rotating toward that hamstring stretch. And let's do 4 and 3 and 2 and one more. And switch. Hinge over, find the floor, and shift. Adjust your feet if you need to. Pushing the knee toward the middle of the foot. I use my arm to push back a little bit. I'm going to get a little bit more of an inner thigh stretch there too. And let's do 2 more. So tasty. One more. Come to your knees. Tuck your toes under. So you're sitting back against those feet just a little bit, stretching out the arches, stretching out the big toe. Take your hands out. Try and touch them in between your shoulder blades. Don't force it. Whatever happens, happens. 2 more. You might feel pretty mobile from using that band. And hands on the shoulders. Contract and round. Extend. Contract and round. Extend. And one more time. Extend. Hands on the ground. You're tucked under with your toes. Pick your knees up a little bit and just really wiggle through your big toe joint. And hold for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Find your mobility squat. So again, most of you are lucky enough that you can actually put your heels on the ground right here. Do that, please. Even if you need to take your legs a little further apart to make that happen, right? Someone like me, I'm going to fight for that to happen. I actually have to hold on to something if I want that to happen. So I'm going to work my heels down. Just wiggle inside your hip. Let your pelvis spread just a little bit. Hands on the floor, hips go up, wiggle side to side. Enjoy that. Bend your knees and just drape your back over your thighs. Shake your head no. Shake your head yes. Hands on the thighs and slowly, slowly, slowly roll it up. One hand supports, the other hand reaches. Shift your hips. And come up. One hand supports, the other arm reaches. Shift your hips. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Keep the rib cage still. Reach the hands to the low corners of the room. Press through the heels of your hands. And shake that out. Deep breath in. Big exhale, let any tension melt out of your body. Just sit there with that feeling for a second. Congratulate yourself for coming to another 30 minutes of semi-torture.